In this video, I'll demonstrate how to use the MyCurveFit Excel add-in Dynamic Array feature. This new feature makes it easier to perform fit operations which produce output results spanning multiple Excel cells. The Dynamic Array feature is available in MyCurveFit Excel add-in R3 and beyond, and does require the latest Excel versions. Most versions of Excel 365 and 2020 support this functionality, but Excel 2019 and 2016 do not. If you're unsure if your version supports this feature, use the MyCurveFit Supports Dynamic Arrays to test. I'll enter that function here, and you can see it returns either true or false. True if the feature is supported. In earlier versions of the MyCurveFit Excel add-in, to apply a curve fitting array, the CSE Array or Control-Shift-Enter method is used. This method requires you to select the number of cells to house the parameters and any goodness measures you'd like to report, type equals MyCurveFit, and select the CurveFit function, select the X and Y calibrator values, and press Control-Shift-Enter to return the calculated parameters. This method does remain available, so if you're using MyCurveFit Excel add-in R1 or R2, you can continue to use the CSE Array. If you've upgraded to R3 and prefer to use CSE, you can continue to do so, and existing workbooks will remain compatible. Using the Dynamic Array feature, you no longer need to select the number of cells to house the parameters or press Control-Shift when entering the function. Also, there are additional formatting options available. To demonstrate, I'll select a starting cell and enter equals MyCurveFit. I'll select the 4PL option, and in the function pop-up description, we can follow the prompts to enter the required information. We'll start the same way as the CSE array by selecting the calibrator X values and the calibrator Y values. We also have additional options: orientation, show coefficient names, and show goodness measures. These parameters have default values, so it's not necessary to specify anything beyond the calibrators unless we want to return different formatting from the default. Let's go ahead and apply the dynamic array to see the results. To apply the array and return our parameters, I'll simply press Enter. Here we can see the cells are automatically populated with the parameters listed first, followed by the goodness measures. So the default orientation is horizontal, and the coefficient names are included by default, as are the goodness measures. Let's use the dynamic array and update some of these formatting options. I'll again select the first cell and type equals MyCurveFit. I'll select the 4PL option, enter the X and Y calibrators, and for orientation, we can see in the description that false, 0, or horizontal returns a horizontal orientation, true, 1, or vertical returns a vertical orientation. I'll enter 1 for vertical, and since I'd still like to include the coefficient names and goodness measures, there's no need to specify those additional settings. I'll press Enter, and the array is applied and my results are calculated. One last example. Let's say we'd like a vertical orientation excluding the goodness measures. I'll again select the first cell, enter equals MyCurveFit, select the 4PL option, and begin by entering my X and Y calibrators. I'll enter a 1 for the vertical orientation, and for the show coefficient names, I can either enter true or 1 to display the names, or just enter another comma to leave the default setting and move to the show goodness measures setting. I'll enter 0 or false to exclude the goodness measures, and press Enter to apply the array. Here you can see the parameter values are returned with the coefficient names included and no goodness measures in a vertical orientation. If you have any questions about the dynamic array feature in the MyCurveFit Excel add-in, please email us at support@myassays.com.